ready to start your 1-point perspective bedrooms. Yay!
Okay, so in our last video, we talked about quite a few different things when you're drawing your 3D shapes in 1-point perspective. We talked about a horizon line, we talked about our planes facing us with the side of our shapes going off to a vanishing point using orthogonal lines to draw them towards that vanishing shape. Now, all of these things are really important when it comes to drawing 1-point perspective in general. So if you haven't watched that video yet and you haven't done your first exercise, please make sure you go back and do so, because you won't be able to do this project unless you've watched that first video. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples. So obviously you'll be drawing a bedroom. You can choose if you'd like to draw your own bedroom, or if you find one in a magazine or online, or if you want to just use your imagination to create some kind of a bedroom. It's completely up to you. One way or another, you'll be drawing the back wall first, and then we'll draw all of our furniture pointing towards a vanishing point, which we don't see right now. But if we take a look at an example done by Vincent van Gogh, very similar, a bedroom, but if we look at this one, we can see that there is a vanishing point, and all of our furniture has those orthogonal lines like we drew in our 3D shapes drawing, and they all lead to that vanishing point. So everything that you draw, every single piece of furniture has orthogonal lines that will lead to that vanishing point. All right, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you'll need is obviously a piece of paper. You need a pencil with a decent eraser, and you definitely need either a ruler or some kind of straight edge for this drawing. Now, what I'm doing first is I'm drawing a square towards the center of my paper. It's actually a little bit higher up than the center, so it's about center up. And it does not necessarily have to be exactly in the center of the paper. Mine's going to be a little bit off, and that's completely fine. Yours can be a little bit off too. But you do want to make sure that it's pretty close to an even square shape. You don't want it off, you don't want it slanted, you want a straight square shape. So what I'm doing here is I drew a very light X, you can't even see it, in the center of my box. So I kind of lined up the edges to make that an X inside of the box. And I did this so that I could find the center of my box. And if you find the center, it'll be a little bit easier for you to actually draw. That'll be your vanishing point. So that little dot that you create is going to be your vanishing point. So all of your orthogonal lines will lead right to that little point. So now you see me drawing from my vanishing point, from the corner of my box, the corners, and I'm drawing the actual sides of my room. So kind of like the corners of the bedroom is what I'm drawing. So lining up from the vanishing point, lining with that corner, bottom left of the box, and I'm just drawing a line off the paper. And I'll do this for all 4 sides of my square. And what I'm creating is my ceiling, my left and my right hand wall, and my floor. And I'll go ahead and I'll erase any unnecessary lines now. So basically we have the setup for our room at the moment. And that's all it takes to set up a 1-point perspective bedroom. But now we need to go ahead and add some furniture to our bedroom. Alright, so how we're going to do our furniture, it's all going to be pretty much the same. Now we did our 3D shapes, and we're just going to first initially draw the basic shape of whatever it is that we're trying to draw, so whatever furniture. And then we're going to draw the orthogonal lines leading towards the vanishing point. After we have our 3D shape in order, then we'll just go ahead and add details. So for example, if we're drawing a bed, we will draw the sheets, the pillow, the sides of the bed, and maybe even the legs as well. So I'm grabbing my ruler, and I figured I want to have my bed on the right hand side. And I'm going to imagine that the top of my bed is going to be towards that back wall. And I'm going to start drawing the base of my bed. So I'm going to draw a little kind of rectangle, and that'll be the base of it. And what I mean by base is that if you remember drawing your 3D shapes, this will be the plane that is directly facing us, so facing the viewer. So just drawing that front part of my rectangle, nice and even, nice and straight. And then I'll take my ruler and put it next to the points of that rectangle and lead it up towards that vanishing point. So I'm not drawing all the way to my vanishing point. You can if you want to. You can draw lightly going that way. But I'm just drawing up to the point where I want my bed to end. So just about towards the back wall there. And as we did in our exercise before, I am just going to go ahead and draw a straight line over and a straight line up and down. And that'll pretty much finish the base, the kind of meaty part of our bed, so the basic shape that we need. After this, I'm going to go ahead and add some details. So I'll add kind of like the headboard of my bed, I'll add the pillows, sheets, and some legs to give it some detail. And I'll go back later to add some extra detail throughout the entire drawing, but for right now I'm going to move on and I'm going to go ahead and draw a door on my left wall. So I'm just drawing a straight up and down line. I'm drawing two of them to get the width of my door. Okay, and then I'm going to draw the top of my door, but that line needs to point to my vanishing point. So I'm going to draw it down as if it's that orthogonal line is leading towards the vanishing point. And there I have a door. So I'm personally going to go ahead and draw a rug. Again, you don't have to draw a rug. I'm going to pretend like my bedroom has wood floors. So I'm going to draw something comfy to walk on. And I'm going to draw the front of my rug. Now the sides of my rug, again, all leading up to that vanishing point. Your sides always lead to the vanishing point. Whatever you draw, please don't forget that. And I'm going to then draw the back of my rug. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through. I'm going to draw a window because I think my bedroom needs some kind of a window. Again, if you want to draw your window on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, it's completely up to you. I just thought it'd be a little bit easier to draw my window on the back there. And I'm also going to draw a dresser as well underneath the window to give it some more detail. So again, I have the front of my dresser facing towards us, so that's our plane of the shape. And I'm going to draw the top of the dresser. Those lines are going up towards the vanishing point. And then I'm just going to draw the back of it as well. Gives it a little bit more of that 3D perspective. And actually later on I can draw things on top of the dresser if I choose to. And I've decided I'm going to draw one more piece of furniture, which is going to be like a little bookshelf, and I'm going to add a TV on top of it. So again, drawing the side of the bookshelf, the front of it will have orthogonal lines leading towards the vanishing point, and then we just have the top of it. And I'm just drawing the bookshelf pieces in there. And as far as my TV goes, I'm going to draw the side of my TV. Right here, it's a very tiny, tall rectangle. And I'll take my ruler, draw the front of it with lines leading towards the vanishing point. It's the bottom line, then draw the top of the line. and then just draw the side of it. So I'm just going to let the video play through while I add some extra details to my bedroom. So for example, some pictures, I'm going to add a cat, different things like that that I just want to put into the bedroom that I've drawn. You can add whatever details you'd like, but from here it's pretty much using your creativity. Please don't color yet. We will color, or I'll show you my coloring in the next video, which will help you walk through different techniques on how to color your bedroom. But for now, just go ahead and finish up your bedrooms and we will resume this in our next video. I hope you guys have fun.